balls so dry, they explode like dust.
Suck my balls, suck my balls.
You must suck my golf balls. Mommy,
Yes?
suck my balls.
You got a lot of growing up to do, buddy. Suck my balls.
Sorry I'm different, but you can just suck my clit and my balls. You know what? You know what? That's what. Suck my clit and balls. I don't have to suck your balls. Before this day is over, you will suck my balls. Suck my balls, fat ass. I will. I will suck your balls, Kyle. And I will get down on my knee and I will suck your balls. I'll suck them dry, Kyle. Suck my balls, Kyle. Well, excuse my French, Mrs. Marsh, but you can suck my fat, hairy balls.
Suck my big balls in your hairy butthole. Suck your big balls in your hairy butthole. Your hairy butthole.
What is that?
It's my balls.
God damn it, Carmen! How would you like to suck my balls?
What did you say?
I'm sorry. Actually, what I said was... How would you like to suck my balls, Mr. Kerrigan? Holy shit, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of
Suck my balls, suck my balls. My balls, suck 'em dry.
Suck My Balls, a South Park review. I'm your host in the heat, and I can't be beat. I'm your guy who's high, where the air is dry. Your boy, MSG. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Matthew_Shever and Scoop. That's right. Okay, sorry. My boy.
Tugboat skip, scoop, Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great. Can you hear yourself?
Yeah.
All right then.
You're like way louder.
Am I?
Yeah.
Maybe it's, let me turn this down a little bit. How about that?
There we go.
Okay. Better for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Check My Balls, a South Park review, where me and my boy Scoop are here today to review another edition of The Secret of Dabalaza. Our boy, unfortunately, he's not here with us. But I'm gonna give a proper intro. Dirty Joe Hold on, let's listen. Dirty Okay, that's enough. Dirty. Sorry. Miss you, Joe. We'll see you next time down the line, as they used to say on another edition of some show. Okay, well, we're here to talk about South Park, and there's not going to be any kooky madness this time as we get into, well, you know, another fine quality edition, I'd say. Wouldn't you say, Scoop?
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of, you know, I'd say one would say it was part of our pandemic last year. When the frenzy was about, people went in to buy every piece of toilet paper they could get their hands on. And this episode being recorded in.
Man, it was like, does COVID give you crazy wild shits? Is that what it was? Is that what it is?
No, I think people just like in like panic situations want to buy lots of things that people they think will need or, you know, are gonna need, or does that make sense? Like it becomes like
all the noodles were gone too.
It becomes like a do or die type situation.
A little bit.
You know? It was a do or die.
Do or die, my boy.
There you go. You're a lot louder there. That sounds better.
All right. There it is.
Touch the penis.
Touch the penis. Nice.
Buy our music. Okay, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about toilet paper. As we mentioned, it's the third episode of season 7, the 99th overall episode of South Park. Joe's taking a break. He got a lot of, video editing work launched on him, and we just kind of out of nowhere, we're just like, let's just record. It's mostly just Scoop saying that, let's just record. And I'm like, all right, let's freaking record. Let's do it. You know what I mean? So that's what we're doing, and we're back to record it up and give you the stuff to make sure you feel good. Some toilet paper. So Cartman convinces the boys to take some toilet paper to their teacher's house in this episode, but Kyle is going to be overwhelmed with guilt is the early synopsis of this story. But the whole plot kind of breaks down like this. And once again, if you've never listened to this episode, this is Suck My Balls, a South Park review exclusively on our own feed. That's right.
Our own feed.
If you're listening to this, I mean, not that we didn't have most of our downloads from there anyway, but now we're not syndicated anywhere else. You can only listen to it here right on our feed from Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, anywhere a podcast is available. You should be able to download it.
Our feed.
Check my balls.
Check my balls.
There's 100 episodes up there. There's 101 episodes up there because this is episode 102, buddy. So let's get to it. So the boys were punished by staying after school for a building and erect a penis out of clay in art.
This is amazing.
And annoyed,
simply amazing.
Annoyed about their punishment, they take revenge by toilet papering the art teacher Mrs. Stribel's house during the night. Now, Scoop, when you were an adolescent, did you ever find yourself in a situation where, TP'd a house or, TP'd a friend's house or just TP'd someone's house in the neighborhood? Anybody? Church people.
I can't say that I've ever. Maybe. I think I've thrown a roll of toilet paper.
Ooh, just one.
Just one.
You just wanted to feel part of it, or at least because you kind of got peer pressured.
I think it was pure. Oh man, I don't know what happened.
Scoop's pretty baked. We don't want to get him even more baked. That's why I gave you one baked. Because I knew by the time we get here, you were like, I feel like I've been here forever. No, if we had started this podcast 45 minutes ago, you would have been like, I'm so, it would have been worse. So welcome back to reality. You're back. Hello. Nice to see you again, Skip. Where were you?
Oh, it was in New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was a little bit younger. One other time I played with TP, we doused it with gasoline, lit it on fire, and then homie kicked it into the bush. The bush caught fire. Neighbor called the fire department.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you so that way you don't fucking criminalize yourself here. What are you doing?
It was cool. We ended up putting it out, and
you peed on it.
Yeah, we used our fire hoses. We put it out.
We used our fire hoses. You're ridiculous. All right, well, here's some. Just to get started here, the teacher comes up with the boys, as we mentioned, and they're building this penis statue.
See?
Do you think this is funny?
Yeah, she's holding it.
Do you think
Waving
this is
it around.
funny, huh?
Next to her mouth.
Well, you four can just spend your afternoon after school here making new pottery.
You can't do that.
I certainly can. I'm your teacher.
You're an art teacher.
Make it 2 hours.
Mrs. Streebel thinks she's...
So the boys get detention, as we mentioned there. And as a result, well, now they're come up with the idea they're going to TP. Now, I've never actually TP'd an art teacher per se. I did TP, I think, a principal, but it was kind of in good fun because it was an annual thing. I guess the school did when I was living in Montana. They would cellophane the car of the principal and then throw and crack dozens and dozens of eggs on the car, Scoop. Right? And then from there, take toilet paper and toilet paper the car. So that way the toilet paper is stuck to the eggs. But the car was covered in saran wrap. So that way you could cut it open. You know what I mean? And it would come off. So that way we
Come
weren't
right off.
Yeah, so that way we weren't totally like fucking up his car. Because like otherwise, if you just cracked eggs and just left that shit there on a fucking car, you would ruin that shit. You know what I mean? It would be no bueno. So the boys now, they walk up into the supermarket here and they're gonna buy a shitload of freaking toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
You think that's enough?
Two
Should be
cards.
fine. Don't you guys think this is a little suspicious?
Shit, I
we
thought
should
it
buy
was
something
just
else so it doesn't look
one.
obvious. Okay. Here we go. Back at you again.
Back at you again.
Hello, boys. Find everything you need?
Yep, all set.
Okay, let's see here. Toilet paper. Toilet paper. Toilet paper. Toilet paper. Toilet paper. So what are you kids up to tonight?
We're just gonna watch some TV, maybe play a board game.
Nice, relaxing night at home, huh? Toilet paper. Toilet paper. And toilet paper. Hey. Now you kids be careful with this chewing gum. Don't go sticking it under tables.
Okay.
Okay, toilet paper. Toilet paper. Toilet paper. You know, son, I remember you coming in last week and buying this much toilet paper.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Toilet paper. Toilet paper.
You TP'd a house last week, Cartman?
No, that's Thursday night was Fajita's night.
Oh.
I got to 15 toilet papers.
15 toilet papers there.
15, and there was still a couple on the rack.
Yeah, toilet paper. Now he said last week was Fajita's night. That means he fucking destroyed his house. Like how would you use that much toilet paper though? If you think about it, like how would you, as far as for pooping?
Fat boy.
It doesn't. Like what did he do? Take an enema?
I
Like
don't know, maybe.
and got a bunch of water shoved up his butt? He said taco night.
When you've munched out on some munchies the next day,
But not
there's
like
been some-
not fucking 15 rolls worth of toilet paper. At most, on a bad day, you might use half on a bad day.
But I mean, you know, when you're going and it's like a marker, and it doesn't stop and it doesn't stop. And it just keep-
Okay.
no
Let's
matter how
not
many
talk about
times.
that. I'm just saying you don't use a whole 15 rolls. Okay.
Oh snap!
Fajita height on fajita night or whatever it is. So the boys now they take off to go, TP the chick's house, and Miss Tribal that being. And now, unfortunately, as they're walking up to it, Kyle ends up seeing that there's some like kids inside the house with the family. He's like, "I'm not doing this, man. I'm out." And Carmen's
We said
like,
nothing about no kids,
"Right, we didn't say nothing about no kids, man." So they walk up now to the. Sorry.
So, what? I said I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out, right? I'm out, man. I'm not going to do this. So they walk up to the house itself. We see, the mom, her two young children, and the father sitting in the window here.
Having a grand old time.
Is this the right house? It's the right address. Wait, look there. There's Miss Streble. This is the place.
Oh, wait. There's kids inside.
So?
So I'm not TPing a house with kids inside it?
Kyle, we all agreed to do this.
We didn't say nothing about no kids, man.
Kyle,
They
you're
ain't say
being an
nothing
asshole.
about no kids,
Now
man.
let's do this thing and get out of here. Here's what I think of your art class, you goddamn bitch.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's see. I want to see what Kenny does here.
We're all having fun here, except for Kyle. Look at Stan. He's all, yeah. Kenny's like, yeah. Kyle, he's all like retrospecting about life. Oh, what have we done? Oh my God.
I think the professional
Come on, let's
is Cartman. I think Cartman.
What have we done?
Maybe you're right.
Let's go, Kyle.
What have we done? What have we done? Sweet Jesus, what have we done?
So they run away, right? And then they make a pact that from no matter what, Scoop, that they are not going to tell anybody about what happened, right? That's something you would do.
That's what you do.
You don't break the bro code.
You don't break that code.
You don't break the bro code, Scoop.
You don't rat on each other.
You
right?
don't rat on each other.
Come on, man.
Unless you're Cartman at the end. But we'll talk about that here.
But he just okay.
He more or less came forward. So the next day, the boys are now regretting their actions, and Kyle actually has nightmares about it. Their misdeeds in the Stribel family, right? He ends up seeing like Mr. Stribel and the kids, no, and then they're all like screaming and yelling. So the next day they go to school, and Mr. Mackey eventually does call them into the principal's office because they're like, "Hey, did you hear Butters? He's all like, "Hey, did you hear about what happened last night? Blah blah blah." About the art teacher's class, and Cartman's all like trying to defend it. Yeah, we
she probably had it coming.
Nobody deserves that.
And nobody deserves that, says Butters, right? So then eventually, though, Mr. Garrison walks in, just, slyly says says about what they're about to learn today. And says, oh, and by the way, Eric, Kyle, Katie, and Cartman head to the counselor's office immediately. So now they're outside the counselor's office trying to get their story straight. Like,
we're going to talk to you one by one.
Have you ever done that? Like, have you ever done the whole talk to you one by one, gotten in trouble type of situation? I've done that, certainly.
Yes. More than once. Yeah.
I would say so. I would say in my younger years, as you get older, you just leave the situation and don't talk. You know what I mean? So that way you're not even near. And as long as your boy doesn't say somebody else was there or points you out, then
changes the story of what happened, and that's it.
Right. Then you're good to go. Well, Cartman is trying to explain the story, and Kyle is just not getting it.
Story again so we don't screw it up. Okay. Last night, all four of us were at the bowling alley until about 7:30, at which time we noticed Ali Sheedy, the goth chick from the Breakfast Club, was bowling in the lane next to us, and we asked her for an autograph, but she didn't have a pen, so we followed her out to her car, but on the way, we were accosted by 5 Scientologists who wanted to give us all personality tests, which were administered at the Scientology Center in Denver until 10:45, at which time we accidentally boarded the wrong bus home and ended up in Rancho de Fritas Rojas, south of Castle Rock, and finally got a ride home with a man who was missing his left index finger named Gary Bushwell, arriving home at 11:46. I'm confused. Did Ali Sheedy take the personality test?
Yes, dude. Kyle, it's very simple. We followed Ali Sheedy out to her car, but on the way we were accosted by 5 Scientologists who wanted to give us
So again, like, we actually have the text here again. Last night, all four of us were at the bowling alley until about 7:30, which time we noticed Ali Steedy, the goth chick from the Breakfast Club, was bowling the lane next to us, and we asked her for an autograph, but she didn't have a pen. So we followed her out to her car, but on the way we were accosted by 5 Scientologists who wanted to give us all a personality test, which were administered at the Scientology Center in Denver until 10:45, at which we accidentally boarded the wrong bus home, ended up in Rancho de Burritos Rojos, south of Castle Rock, and finally got a ride home from a man who was missing his left index finger named Gary Bushwell, arriving home around 11:46.
That's pretty nice.
Now,
I like that.
Kyle's confused on the details, of course.
Of course.
Cartman grows concerned that
He's
Kyle
got a
might
weak
confess. Now, while this is going on as well, there must not be anything going on in South Park, which Officer Bar Brady admits to. But he decides to investigate the crime scene in much more detail. South Park brings back Officer Bar Brady in this episode, and a little bit of a side episode with the boys, right? We had the Crazy Cripples episode that we just reviewed coming off that episode. And in that episode, it was a more, as I mentioned, as Timmy and Jimmy style of episode. And the boys were like, we're just going to go ahead and stay out of this one. So they go ahead and stay out of it. And this one now they're fully into it. They schemed. So Mr. Mackey calls them all in one by one. And as I mentioned there, Kyle is up, he's potentially, Cartman is scared. He's like, I don't want Kyle to say anything, right? Because he knows that Kenny's not going to give it up, but he also knows that Stan's not going to give it as well. So he's really worried about Kyle. So Officer Bar Brady now, he investigates a crime scene, right?
Puts up police
He
tape,
puts up caution tape.
Everything
there. And he's like, I really don't think this is that big of a deal. And he's like, do you really just have don't you have something better to do? And he's like, no, I don't.
Take those bags as evidence. Look, it's just not that big a deal. I mean, I toilet papered houses myself when I was a kid. You? So where were you last night at around 9? I was here. Aha! Got you!
I was here.
Officer, why would I TP my own house? Insurance?
Insurance?
It wasn't me, okay? Now, if you don't mind, I just want to get my yard back to normal.
Get my
now,
yard
you listen
back
to
to
me.
normal.
Whoever TP'd your house is still out there roaming the streets.
Still out there running.
It's only a matter of time before another house and another family is victimized. I have to stop that from happening. You really have nothing better to do you? No, I do not.
No, I do not. That's right. That's right, ladies.
So
Officer Bar Brady has nothing to do.
Has nothing to do. So Kyle then goes immediately back in to more nightmares about this situation, even so much so that he's at this point, like, kind of getting to the point where he's ready to confess. And he tells them this the next day at school, which leads to Cartman trying to actually kill Kyle by taking him out onto a boat in the middle of Stark's Pond to kill him with a wiffle ball bat.
And a chain and a brick.
Well, the chain and the brick, I think, would have meant more to either A, drop the body inside of the water with it attached to something, right? Or it would be, I guess, a way to just anchor your boat just in case. So that way you could stop in the middle of the pond without it moving. But did Cartman ever drop the anchor?
No. I don't think so.
Interesting. Well, when Kyle wakes up here, it's funny because he's about to go confess, but Cartman's waiting for him outside. I want to play this really quick.
This part is great. I love this.
Hello, Kyle. Going somewhere?
I was just going to get a drink of water.
No need. I have one for you right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Is there anything else I can get for you?
No, I'll just be going back to bed now.
You do that, Kyle.
You do that. Good night, Kyle.
So now, Officer Barb Brady, I guess this is like a Hannibal, right?
Yeah.
Right. So they
Kind
do.
of, yeah.
They do like a Hannibal style parody here in the movie, where Officer Barb Brady is going to fucking visit Hannibal, but this is a kid who is a TP master.
TP master.
So he goes and visits this kid. And unfortunately, for his name is Josh, but Josh itself is kind of one of those kids that wants to get information from Barb Brady before he's willing to help him.
That's a terrible cologne you're wearing, officer. You should try something more casual.
I was hoping you could help me solve a toilet papering case.
And why would I do that? Because I'm such a charming fella?
Charming.
Please, I need your help. What would you want in return?
Due to the harsh nature of my crimes, they don't allow me to have toilet paper in my cell. You can imagine how bothersome that becomes.
You know I can't give you toilet paper, Josh.
No, but it was worth a try, wasn't it?
Worth a try,
Tell me something, officer. Why is it that you police such a small town? You must have had larger inspirations. What happened to those big city dreams?
Big city dreams.
Well, that's kind of personal.
Quid pro quo, officer. Tell me what I want to know, and I'll help you catch whoever toilet papered that house.
So as you heard there, Josh and Officer Barb Brady really get into it. You know, he's like trying to psychoanalyze Officer Barb Brady as Hannibal did to try and get information. And Officer, you know I can't do that, Josh.
Well, it was worth a try.
It was worth a try. So Cartman, as we mentioned, is now going to try and take Kyle out onto the boat. And he's in the middle of Stark's Pond. And he's all trying to act nice to him and everything, as far as, trying to be his friend and whatnot. So he's got, as you mentioned, he's got an anchor here. And he lines him up on the boat.
Every time I close my eyes, I see the house we teepeed. I see the tears of our art teacher and hear the screams of her daughters.
And you feel like you have to confess.
I don't know what to do. Part of me feels like I have to end it all now. Tell people what happened. You know, never noticed how beautiful this pond was before. So calm. The world can be like that. So calm on the outside. As if nothing bad ever happens. Ow! What the hell are you doing, Cartman?
I'm killing you. But unfortunately, I could only afford a wiffle bat, so it's going to take a while.
Cartman!
Don't fight it, Kyle. It will only take longer. Just slip into sweet unconsciousness.
You want to kill me? Fine. I can't live like this anymore. Go ahead. Do it.
Tell you about a time, Kyle.
Won't be long now, Kyle.
Won't be long, Kyle. Won't be long now, Kyle. So after that, Officer Barb Brady, like as he's talking to Josh, starts to get clues, right? So the first clue he gets is he says, let's go, like Officer Josh is like, where do you think the boys bought the toilet paper from? And he's like, well, that's a good idea. So like he goes to the supermarket, right? So he gets the guy from the beginning, the toilet paper guy. His name's Jason. Jason is here to, quote unquote, identify the toilet paper. No, I must warn you, this is a bit graphic.
Oh, God. Is this toilet paper from your store?
Jesus Christ.
Difficult to tell. It's so decayed. Wait a minute. Yes.
Yes.
I recognize the floral pattern now. Positive idea on the toilet paper. Do this to toilet paper. Who? Mr. Bell, do you remember anyone suspicious buying toilet paper in the last few days? Suspicious like how? Well, like someone who was black or Mexican or Middle Eastern.
Black.
No, the only Mexican guy I recall bought toast tarts and chips.
So racist.
We don't allow Middle Eastern people.
We don't allow Middle Eastern people.
Jesus Christ.
That guy ends up fucking throwing up.
What's this all about?
He ends up throwing up, dude. That's over toilet paper. There's nothing wrong with the toilet paper.
There was nothing wrong. It was just in in a bag. I don't think toilet paper can decay or get
right.
nasty unless you put poop in it.
And all they did was throw it up on a house, and the guy just took it down with his broom.
No.
Didn't look like it snowed or rained. I just took it down, put it in the bag.
Took it down, put it in the bag.
Wasn't even that big of a deal. So Officer Barb Brady continues now with Josh, and he goes back to him.
Paperers are most likely students in the art teacher's class. Students who aren't very good at art.
Oh, of course. One of her students.
Fly along now, Officer Barb Brady. You've got some arrests to make. Fly, fly, fly.
Idiot.
He also gets Officer Barb Brady to admit to like his sexuality and stuff.
Man,
I don't have time for this, kid.
did he stink like fear when he came home from work all tired from playing down at the pool house?
All right. My dad dressed me up like a little girl at poker nights and made me sit on all my uncle's laps.
Jesus, that's kind of gross.
Whoa.
I don't like that.
even Josh is like, whoa, he wasn't even expecting that. So now the boys, they continue on about their way, and they find Cartman still out trying to kill Kyle and Stark's Pond. They're like, dude, we don't need to do this because someone already confessed. And as we're sitting there, I'm telling you, as I've seen this episode so many times, I was like, it's Butters, because Butters is the only one gullible to to admit to it or whatnot. So like he admits to the fact that like he's got like, I don't know, he gets interrogated for 40 hours is what I think what Officer Barb Brady ends up saying here.
He says 40.
He's like, it took 40 hours, but we were finally able to get him.
Cracked him in 40 hours.
Right.
For you.
We heard that you have the person who TP'd the art teacher's house. Is that true?
It sure is.
Could we see them? Him? Her?
Right over here. Yeah, we interrogated the suspect for over 40 hours, and he finally cracked.
Hey, fellas.
Butters?
Yep,
Butters?
I'm in jail.
I'm in
You
jail.
confessed? Uh-huh. Hey, they said I TP'd the art teacher's house. I don't seem to remember it, but they're pretty sure it was me. I just can't get my behavior under control.
His parents are on their way down now.
Yeah, and boy, are they gonna let me have it. Just wait till my father gets here. You guys, we can't let him do this.
What are you talking about? This is a gift from God. An early Easter present all wrapped up with a pretty ribbon from Jesus Christ himself.
Well, I'm just a little asshole is what I am. When God made me,
Jesus.
he must have not been paying very close attention because I turned out wrong. Just plain wrong. Officer Barb Brady, Butters didn't TP that house.
Why do you say that?
Because it was...
Wiffle ball, anyone? Anyone care for a nice game of wiffle ball?
Wiffle ball, anyone? Anyone for a game of wiffle ball?
The boys itself then continue down to die. We got away with it, to die, right? So like they're just excited. Cartman's excited that they got away with it. And the boys are like, no, we feel bad. We feel bad that Butters got interrogated for 40 hours.
Kyle's got the conscience.
He's got the conscience. And Cartman's not understanding it. He's like, what do you mean? We got away with it, you guys. We know, we feel bad.
He feels guilty for doing it and for letting someone else pay for it. But he's not going to get in trouble. It doesn't matter if you get in trouble or not. You can still feel bad. I think you're right, Kyle. Maybe we should confess. What?
Yeah, me too.
You guys, there's nothing to feel bad about. We're off scot-free.
We feel bad for other people.
Cartman's holding himself.
Is it that you think you might get in trouble later? Tomorrow in school, we'll all tell the art teacher it was us and let her decide what to do. And Cartman, if you have any threat of a conscience at all, you'll do the same. Freaking weirdos, man.
Well, I had to see it to believe it.
Hi, Dad.
Don't you hi-dad me. Look at you, standing behind prison bars again.
Yeah.
What fibs have you been telling this policeman, Butters? You know damn well you didn't toilet paper that house.
Huh? Butters was with us all night, Officer Bob Brady.
Butters, what have we told you about confessing to crimes you didn't commit? We have had it, mister.
Well, he kept accusing me for hours, and then he shot me up with sodium pentothal.
And that's your excuse.
So sodium pentothal, just because I looked it up, it uses a form of not lethal injection, but if you use enough of it, it can kill you. And it was supposed to be of a way of like almost like a torturous, like, you know,
true serum.
Not even like true serum, but almost kind of like a drug. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like maybe, you know, he shot me out with sodium pentothal, so he probably got Butters to hallucinate or make some shit up.
Close to death.
You know, or something like, don't you remember that? Like Butters was like, don't you remember? You know, probably getting all high. Like, did you remember that? And he'd be like, oh yeah, I did it. So from there, the next day they go to school, and Barb Brady's like, I found the guys. And they're like, oh, that's okay. We actually we solved the case ourselves. As he brings up
there's toilet paper right there.
Right.
Very serious.
He brings along Josh, right? So he brings along Josh into school, and Josh is going to end up escaping because, like, they're stupid. Like, it's funny when he escapes, he throws toilet paper on the cops. An officer Barber, and he's like, "Why didn't you go after him?" And he's all like, "I was covered in toilet paper. I didn't want to look stupid." Right?
I didn't want to look silly.
But Cartman ends up being the one that has resolve, and he admits it first, just to be the one to beat the boys.
Side, please.
Ooh, Policeman Brown. Never quite made officer. Why is that, Policeman Brown?
We have to confess that we were the ones that...
It's too late, boys, okay? We already know everything.
You do? How?
Everything. And here comes Cartman.
Cartman? I told them everything, you guys. It's over.
Luckily for us, one of you had enough of a conscience to come forward.
My conscience is just caught up with me.
That's not
It just
fair.
caught up.
You all get 2 weeks of detention, except for Eric, who gets 1 week for being brave.
But he's lying. He doesn't have a conscience.
Well, I guess my work here is done. After all this,
I'm gonna need a long vacation. I wanted the 80s callback music here with, like, from the last time. Dun 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 dun.
Fucking Officer Bob Brady. Now, right here, I think I would actually attack Eric Cartman. Because if he only gets 1 week, but I get 2 for the same bullshit, like, no, fuck this dude. He's lying to your bitch asses. Just like Christopher Reeve did. Fuck up out of here.
Right? Get the fuck up out of here. So then, like, Josh now gets away, and Officer Barb Brady.
Well, I'm covered in toilet paper. I look silly.
I'd look silly.
welcome to detention. You will be here until 5 o'clock, so make good study use of your time. Okay?
Oof, 2 weeks of this.
Yeah, but I have to say I feel a lot better now.
I know what you mean, Kyle. I realize now that even though you might not get caught doing something bad, you can still get caught later.
Oh, Jesus.
You can
I didn't
still
feel
get
bad
caught
before, but
later.
now I just feel
There it
terrible.
is,
You
sweetheart.
just feel bad for yourself that you're in detention.
Right. I guess I learned today that
Oh,
sometimes...
stop it, Cartman. You didn't learn anything.
You didn't learn anything. You didn't learn shit.
Police station!
Hello, Officer Bob Brady.
Josh? Josh, where are you?
I'm afraid that giving away my location might be harmful to my freedom, officer. I just wanted to thank you for helping me get out of that dingy cell.
Josh, you have to go back to juvenile hall. You only have a 3-week sentence.
Sorry, officer, gotta run. There's something I've been meaning to do for quite some time. Ciao.
The balls on this kid. Walking
Dude.
up to the White House like he is right now.
Dude, he doesn't give a shit.
Doesn't give a shit. He's gonna fuck shit up.
He's got toilet paper. He's got fucking toilet paper.
President doesn't even know. He's about to get fucked up.
He's about to get fucked up. So that's your full episode there, as you heard. Now the boys, Cartman, he confesses. He tells him, yeah.
He gets a week of detention while the other boys get 2. That sucks. That'd be kind of shitty. That would be pretty shitty.
Be pretty fucking shitty. That would not be cool. But hey, he had to do what he had to do so that way he could get away with it. You know what I'm saying?
No, he did what he did.
He did what he did. So, all right, guys, we're going to go to a word from our sponsor, and we'll be right back with some of your trivia, pop culture, and whatever the heck else we feel like telling you right here on another edition of Check My Bows. I'll be right back.
So we just want to take this time out to recognize our sponsor, the Baked Boys Club. BakedBoysClub.com provides you with all of the sickest apparel available for all your cannabis-related merchandise representation needs. My boy here, Ian, lighten back. How you doing, dude? I mean, he's baked. We're baked.
Yeah,
We're
just
still
chilling.
baked. You know, Baked Boys Club. Man, I mean, they've got some sick ass merch, dude. Like hats.
Yeah, I just ordered the big mystery box with the hat, the 2 shirts.
I'm jealous.
And the sticker.
Like,
with the using our coupon, it brought it down to 47, baby.
Oh my god. Go to Suck My Balls pod code. If you enter that in at BigBoysClub.com, put that in their coupon code is what I was going to say on the payment page.
Yes.
Or a little baked. We want you to be baked with us. So join the club. Go to BigBoysClub.com. Not just a brand. It's a lifestyle.
Light.
You make stupid.
Subscribe to Suck My Balls, a South Park review on Spotify, Apple's, iTunes, anywhere you want to download a podcast. Just type that in, subscribe to our feed, and you'll get the latest, greatest episode each and every week. You can also listen to us on YouTube and go back and watch some videos or any of our library. It's all there. Suck My Balls, a South Park review. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, shout out to our sponsor, thebakedboysclub.com. Use our code SuckMyBallsPod. You'll save 20% off your fucking order, Scoop. Baked Boys, not just a brand. It's a lifestyle. Let's get into some trivia here. Scoop, why don't you go ahead here and break us down and let us know what's on the agenda today.
So the trivia we got here is, while at jail, Butters tells his parents he was injected with sodium pentothal, a serum mistakenly believed to cause people to involuntarily tell the truth. Butters also mentions that he has a girlfriend named Carrie who lives in Michigan. And then jump into some reference to the pop culture. Before they toilet paper the Strebels' home, Kyle sees their children inside and says, "You didn't say nothing about no kids, man." Like Tony Montana in Scarface during the car bomb scene. Which, like, I think in that movie is where I really fell in love with Tony. It was like, wow, you know, no kids. No wife and no kids. Nobody said nothing about no kids, man. The plot involving the inmate Josh Myers, the officer Bob Brady, is similar to Agents Sterling and Hannibal Lecter in The Silence of the Lambs. Josh's voice and way of talking is also a parody of Lecter, as he transformation theory about toilet paper and his confinement when taken to Principal Victoria's office down to the mouthpiece. However, the setting in which Barbrady talks to Josh is similar to the circumstances in Red Dragon, a prequel to Silence of the Lambs. Put the lotion in the basket. When Officer Barbrady opens the body bag, the reactions of Officer Barbrady and Jason Bell mimic the Jodie Foster when they find their third body. Oh, God. And Cartman briefly mentions the actress Ali Sheedy and her character from The Breakfast Club is convoluted story. Which is the best part, because we went down for an autograph and we went out to her car, and then they went out to her car and then they got ambushed by Scientology. And all right. The lie Cartman concepts paradise that John Goodman's character Alibi in The Big Lebowski. Instead of meeting nihilists at the bowling alley, Cartman says they met Scientologists. That's funny. The TV news footage is of a well-known and frequently parodied clip of figure skater Nancy Kerrigan after she was attacked in the Cabo Arena in 1994 during the U.S. Nationals in an incident planned primarily by her rival skater Tanya Harding's ex-husband. Tanya Harding.
And that's your trivia and pop culture.
Dude, I haven't thought about Tanya Harding in a long time. I forgot about that whole thing.
She was a prevalent force in the United States ice hockey pop culture, I guess, right?
Ice hockey?
Or ice skating, sorry, whatever. I don't follow this stuff. Ice. I don't like snow. Scoop, what'd you like about this episode?
Let's see. I think it'd be easier to say what I didn't like rather than what I did like about this episode, because there's way too much that I liked about it.
Okay. What didn't you like?
I didn't like that Butters wasn't in anymore, because I think that just like that one scene in the jailhouse, I'm greedy. I want more Butters. I think he could have been more fun in this episode, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think I would have liked maybe more of the Josh stuff. I liked that. I thought that was funny. Just more of his. I only got like two good interactions with Officer Barbrady.
That would have been cool.
And then he brings him to school, and then he gets away, and then he calls him at the end. So, like, I don't know. I just thought maybe they could have explored that rather than Cartman being the one to, I don't know, like confess. Maybe like Josh should have like escaped earlier in the episode and called them, be like, you have to work for me now, something like that.
Yeah, or have a meeting between him and Cartman. That would have been
something like that. It would have been connected. Maybe the story's a little bit better versus just kind of doing it at the end of the counselor's office with the principals. I get why they did it. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just trying to think of a different way that might have wrapped it up in a more like climactic manner versus Cartman just going, well, guys, I just had a realization. I just had a realization that, I felt bad. So he feels bad, and then he gets less attention. Smart move on his part. I'm not saying it isn't, but like,
because he got a reduced sentence,
right?
Which is not fair.
Well, I mean, is it? Is it? I mean, he did come for it first.
Yeah, that's true. He did.
He did. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for another edition of
Suck my balls, suck my balls, my balls, suck 'em dry.
Suck 'em dry.
I'm your host in the heat, and I can't be beat. I'm your guy who's high, but the air is dry. Your boy, MSG. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Matthew_Schaffer. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at SuckMyBallsPod. On Facebook at South Park Pod. And if you feel so inclined, send us an email, suckmyballspod@gmail.com. We are always taking sponsorship opportunities.
Anything.
Well, not anything. I'm not going to.
For you.
I'm not going to huck makeup, so don't send me your makeup products. But like, send us. Let's talk. We'd love to advertise your brand. Also, of course, once again, shout out to our former sponsors, Hami Media Group, Brad Sell Review, and the R&R Pod Network. If you'd like to check out all of their content, please do so, as we are now exclusive on our own feed. So please share this feed if you share the episode, whether it be Spotify, Apple, Podcast Addict, Google Play, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Javid, wherever you're listening to this episode. We appreciate you, and we welcome you back each and every week to another edition of Suck My Balls. Next week, we're going to be doing I'm a Little Bit Country, You're a Little Bit Rock and Roll for South Park's official 100 episode. Ooh. So come on back. We'll see you on the other side. Suck my balls. Suck.
Wow, that's a lot of semen you got there, Cartman.
Yeah, I bought all that I could at this bank, and then I got the rest from this guy Ralph in an alley. That's cool. Yeah, and the sweet thing is, the stupid asshole didn't even charge me money for it. He just made me close my eyes and suck it out of a hose. There we go. Okay, now let's put the society in its new home. Nothing to do now but wait. Close your eyes and suck it out of a hose? Uh-huh, suck it out of a hose. Huh. Huh.
This conversation is kind of leaving me dry. No small talk leaves a pain in my side. Bed of roses can bring a man in vain to the bridges where I'm seeing pain. Oh, on the river as he lights up the way. Oh, seems to float his boat, and now he knows to rock the waves. Yeah. Conversations that he has in his head are no longer demons, and he can finally go to bed. And he knows that things will change for worse or for better. He can't ignore